Kyle here from All Media Reviews. I'm filming these videos and their quality just isn't that great, unfortunately, with the camera on my laptop. Try to clean it, try to fix the lighting, and it just doesn't make a difference. So until I can financially, conceivably pick up a new camcorder, this is what I can do. That's what I could try filming on my phone maybe, but I don't know. So my apologies, but I'm doing the best I can. I just want to make some content still. So I'm gonna do more of the compact disc A to Z. This is part two. I'm gonna be doing three parts in this one. Only gonna be including one band. The next one will be featuring some couple biggies, but this one, of course, we'll just get this out of the way here. Is all about my compact disc collection, and it's really only there's nothing I've picked up in the last 15 years basically, but it's from Dream Theater. So um all right, so yeah, here I'm all right, I'll do that part. I'll do that stuff. I have like a lot of bootlegs, or they're a band. Of course, I got into Dream Theater in the compact disc era when it was really popular. The compact disc was the primary format, so naturally I had a lot of, and then they were a highly um bootleg band, and collectible band. So I don't have a large collection of bootlegs, but I have some. So um and they were like kind of my favorite band, or one A, one B, one C, along with Rush and eventually Marillion. But for a while there, they aren't anymore, unfortunately. But anyway, so I have, all right. First one I have on an actual jewel case that's accurate is the No Sleep from Brooklyn. No Sleep Since Brooklyn 9/25/86. So this is with Chris Collins, our original singer, I believe. Um, but yeah, this is, you can see they did, and it also includes Instrumental 3. There's these instrumental series of bootlegs. They're all instrumental demos they were doing, and the stuff that ended up in the Majesty demo or after that. But yeah, it's just they do Afterlife on here, but mostly stuff from the Majesty demo and some other tracks like The Gates of Babylon, which is a Blackmore Dio or was a Rainbow song, I think. Um but like the Saurus and some just other really silly tracks on there. But yeah, I mean, this is 86. This is a year after they met at Berkeley, basically, and they had left Berkeley. But I'm showing some more boot. Well, why don't I just show the bootlegs then? Like I have those demos, but I don't have the jewel cases for them, unfortunately. So they've just been relegated to my CD, my Case Logic books. But I do have. Yeah, here's my. All right, so here's the original disc for the Majesty demo I have. I got it at a record show, or these shows that used to get a lot of this stuff. There was a lot of people that would sell, besides vinyl, they would sell bootlegs and video VHS tapes, eventually DVDs. I do have the little book with the photo. Here's the back of it. Again, Majesty, except it says Dream Theater. They labeled it as Dream Theater, but this is spring of '86 when they're still at Berkeley. Um, and yeah, the condition of these discs is not good, unfortunately. So they're not the most playable. Although you can clean discs and improve them. But yeah, oh, here's the booklet. So so in terms of a value, I mean, like monetary value, but it actually included all the lyrics to the Majesty demos. The Majesty demos are good, even though it's Chris Collins, who I liked him as a singer. Was kind of like John Arch. I think he was inferior to Charlie Dominici and also James LaBrie later, but yeah, I mean, I've always liked the music on the first Majesty demo, which they had a singer. Another one, Vital Star was always a favorite, and March of the Tyrant. And I know they played at least a couple of these tracks at the Score show with LaBrie and everything. So they don't completely look down on their past that much, but the condition of my disc is not good on that. So then I've got the two instrumental demos also, which I continually find that the people that sold the bootlegs, this one guy especially named Dylan. This is 87, the 87 demo, which this is kind of like a karaoke disc of Would Dream a Day Unite music. It's got instrumental versions of Afterlife, the ones who helped to set the sun. The obviously you'd say Jams, the instrumental song. The Killing Hand, and then it's got songs like Resurrection of Ernie and Cry for Freedom, and then Guitar Player Spotlight, Indulge in Reverie, and the Late Summer's Dream and Schizophrenia, and then a drum solo. So this is the 87 they did this one, man. They were looking for a singer, of course, after stuff with Chris Collins wasn't going to work, knowing my Dream Theater history. Um, and then, let's see here. That's instrumental one. I have instrumental. Well, this is the same. This is the cover to that, actually. And again, I don't have. I should get some more jewel cases. I don't know if you can buy them online, but just the four of them there, of course. 87. I'm not sure the instrumental two or instrumental three. I have this disc, which looks like it just has Portnoy's picture on it. This might be just the second disc from No Sleep Till Brooklyn, which has instrumental like two or three, but I don't know. I'm just yeah. I mean, I haven't listened to this in a long time, but because you look at the back of the with No Sleep Till Brooklyn, it has instrumental three. Maybe should be going in here, but I don't think this particular jewel case comes with. If there's a second spot in here, maybe, but I'd have to open it up as you look at it, Majesty. So, all right, you can see why this is a single video on this band because I have a lot of their extra stuff. So, okay, I have yeah. Let me take care of that. Well, okay, here's a biggie. I should just show. Well, it goes with Falling to Infinity though. So here's a couple more bootlegs. Put that there. Okay, first is the Clean Out the Closet CD, which later got released, which I have on vinyl right behind there, I think, as the Falling into Infinity demos. And of course this jewel case I have is for A Change of Seasons, which I don't have the CD because I misplaced that book, that Case Logic book, but um this has a lot of the music that that I love that didn't make it onto Falling into Infinity, of course. Namely Raise the Knife, The Way It Used to Be, Speak to Me, Where Are You Now, and then like two different versions of To Live Forever, one with Kevin Moore and one with Derek Sherinian, but they called it Cleaning Out the Closet, and then or it was the Christmas or the Fan Club CD from 1999, but it's got Eve also, which was a B-side on Awake. Cover My Eyes is another one. Yeah, I love the. I mean, if you put these songs on, Falling to Infinity, and oh, man, just imagine that, and then having Kevin Gilbert produce it, maybe for better or for worse. I don't know. So I do have that. Of course, the Falling to Infinity demos includes a lot of that stuff too. Pretty much all of it. Most of it, if not all of it. So then I have the 2000 Scenes from a World Tour fan club Christmas CD. Yeah, International Fan Club, which was mostly a live recording. It includes, yeah, it's live from, actually, it was from different periods of time. Yeah, 93. Change of Seasons bonus track. So I think no, this is a different. I got these two different books. So yeah, they do Heaven and Hell on this from Black Sabbath. I don't know if it's just the intro, but some of the Liquid Tension stuff, Paradigm Shift, Universal Mind, Erotomania, and that medley they used to do. Bunch of funny clips and everything. It's really half of this is comedy. It's like a documentary, audio documentary in some ways from the They do a whole lot of love from Zeppelin, the Gladiator theme, Canadian rap. Yeah, a lot of this is comedic. Portnoy, and it was a fan club. You were part of the fan club. You got the fan club letter like four times a year or whatever. I signed up for a couple of years, and then they'd send you the CD. So I think this is the booklet for it right here. Again, it hurts when you don't actually have. Yeah, okay. Here's the missing. I don't have the jewel cases for these, but anyway. Um, this guy was just like, yeah, so I just need to get some jewel cases because all the long ones I have are cracked or being used. Um, but so, all right. I thought I had Taste the Memories as a bootleg I got. That's what I was looking at earlier. And I thought I had the CD. Maybe around here. It may not be. Maybe. I thought it was green, but this is a bootleg from 93. But I think this was an official one. Maybe not. Look at all the different cities this was coming from. All the Yitze Jam lists, stuff like that. Yitze Jam, for people who know Dream Theater, is like the Yitze Jammers. It was like an online community, and so sounds like my cat's moving around. But anyway, let's get on to this more of the proper compact disc now. All right, so I have what, two copies of the first album, which seems like it's low, but maybe this is the original one I bought back in May of '95 when I first became a fan. When Dream and Day Unite, of course, came out in 1989 with Charlie Dominici. I really love this album. It's my favorite album when I first heard them, actually. I honestly think the songwriting's great, and people don't look down on it. And then it came out as like a re-release, possibly limited edition remastered. Although I felt like when I heard this, it was a little too hot. The production was a little compressed, kind of reverby. But I like the picture they put on here. But this was like in 2001, 2002. It was 5295 out of 10. There were 10,000 total. But I could probably go for another remaster and remixing. Steven Wilson probably could do wonders with this sucker. But anyway, when Dream a Day Unite, the first Dream Theater album from 1989. So then I only have the one copy of Images and Words. Again, a life-changing album in some ways. I got Portnoy to sign it, I think it is, right there. 1992. I remember I got this on cassette tape originally. I think back, but maybe not. The summer of '95, spring. Maybe it was May of '95. And then I got this, and I got Awake, and I got Dream a Day Unite. But yeah, that was from '92. Of course, everyone knows their commercial peak scenes from or Images and Words. So then I have Live at the Marquee. This was the other one that I could get because I was buying everything I could. The whole 3 albums in a live album or a live EP. Live at the Marquee, which I have now on vinyl too, which has Bombay Vindaloo, the unreleased instrumental. Another Hand / The Killing Hand. Another Hand. I don't know. That's an extended version of The Killing Hand. Pull Me Under. Of course, Fortune Lies in Metropolis. At the Marquee in London, England, I believe. So, um, and let's see here. So, all right. Yeah, all right. So then I have this really crappy, and I don't even have the jewel case sadly anymore from my favorite Dream Theater album, Awake. And I need to get another copy of this. And it would probably not be a lot of money, but Dream Theater's Awake, their masterpiece. I mean, I love a lot of their records, but this is their best work. The final work with Kevin Moore, of course. I think I remember about this when I got this too, and I didn't like it at all. James was too growly. I wasn't into heavy metal. I mean, Metallica I didn't listen to, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, none of that stuff. Um, Rush was the heaviest thing I had listened to, really. Maybe Ozzy Osbourne, maybe a little Black Sabbath and Zeppelin, but um, it came with like an insert about joining the fan club, like Dream Theater fan club, and I know I had it, but this was like it was probably almost a year after. Well, I got it in May of '95 though, but I didn't like start like looking through it and listening to it maybe for a few months. So it was almost a year after it come out, but I probably could have still signed up for that fan club at that point. That was not the fan club I did later. I don't think they didn't have the news. I don't know. The other thing about it was like noted how it fit like 70 plus minutes of music, the maximum amount of music on a single disc, which would be at least a double vinyl, if not triple. My vinyl behind there probably is at least a double, but yeah, I remember that little insert with the mailer and stuff like that and the write up. But so then I do have one of the super rare but kind of rare. I have the Silent Man single compact disc single, which has Take the Time, the demo version of Take the Time. I haven't listened in a long time to know the differences, and then Eve, which features both Kevin Moore and John Petrucci. I always thought it was a Kevin Moore piece, but it's kind of a combination of both. So, what they should have done is put the Space Divest demo on here, but because I've heard it with Kevin Moore singing. But all right, so then that was all in '90 when I was getting that stuff in '95. So I went to more of those record shows of getting those bootlegs, '95, '96. I did buy 2 of these at I think also record shows. These are these are bootlegs. One was called Majestic Harmonies. Jeez, and I have my share of Dream Theater videotape VHS tapes too, and a few obviously the official DVDs. But I don't know what this is from. Maybe like this has some of the Majesty stuff though. It's interesting. It's a mixture. The early stuff from Images and Words mostly. And yeah, it has a bunch of the Majesty demos live or Majesty tracks live. Kind of an interesting bootleg put together. Probably was put in Japan, maybe. I don't remember. Then I have Mind Control, which is another, which is a little. This is from the Awake period because it has like 6 o'clock and Caught in Web, Lifting Shadows of a Dream, The Mirror, and Lie. And yeah, I mean this is a double disc. I was just eating this stuff up for a few years in the mid to late '90s. It's like I want bootlegs. They do Rush's Tears on this too, also, which is a great cover. Kind of actually made me appreciate that song a little more. But it has Rotomania voices. They play a lot of Awake on this performance. It was sometime in '95, Mind Control. So I may have gotten this like in '95 or '96, maybe even '97, probably '96. All right, so all right, moving on. Of course, Kevin Moore left, and I of course, I don't have a Change of Seasons, which is sacrilege. I have that jewel case, but and I had another copy of Falling into Infinity, but I don't know where it went. But I have this version, which I thought was the Japanese version. I bought two copies. I bought one the day it came out when I was working at Best Buy, and it was something like October of '97. I was going to go see them live, literally like a few weeks later. Can't even get this stupid thing out. Um, yeah, this bad boy. Yeah, I got this later. This was back in 2008. So my original copy of Fallen Infinity, like my copy of Machine of Seasons, is not here anymore. It's yeah, this is a much different looking disc though, because the Fallen Infinity disc was like black with white lettering. I remember, um, the original, the one that but I remember I had. I might have. You could say I had two copies, and I've lost both of them. My original copy, because this is one I bought later. But at least I do have something else, which I have shown before many years ago on camera. I may even put it, but so I think this is not the Japanese version, but this was like an essential recordings version. Yeah, of course, this is again the album that we had those demos and stuff like that were on the clean in their closet that and Kevin Gilbert could have potentially worked with them, but I have this, which came with the Japanese version. I remember because I was so into them. I was like, I saw it. It probably was like Impulse, the import company. They had their catalog. I called them and they had it listed. This is the mini CD. It's like I don't know if you call it 3 inches, 2 inches, something like that. And I think a lot of like CD players, the tray you could put it on there and still would read it. Of Take Away My Pain, the demo version, which includes the demo of Also Speak to Me. Um, some of this might be on the official Fallen Infinity bootleg that I have on, or demos and stuff like that I have on that vinyl. But this is one of the coolest things that I own, and it came with that. I think it was the Japanese version of Fallen Infinity. Um, I keep it safe here in a little bag with another CD that that's of a similar size, a little bit. One that is the small the well thing I got. But yeah, I don't know. It's too bad I don't actually have the original Fallen to Infinity or the one I just the commercial one I got when I was at Best Buy. But anyway, Fallen to Infinity. Um, so all right, I only have one copy. This is on my original of Scenes from a Memory from '99. It was a really big deal. I didn't know this was coming out. It wasn't on top of everything online at the time, and then it was like their most bold statement ever that fall of '99 to 2000, especially. I was listening to this a ton. I don't like it as much as I once did. I think I had Portnoy sign this actually. I don't love this album. I like it a lot. It's still in their top 5 or 6 records. There's a lot of nostalgia for it, the concept. But there are other records that I like more. But I like it much better than anything I've done the last 15 years or 16 years. But anyway, still an album I enjoy. I have it on vinyl, which I know people are pining for. It's Scenes from a Memory, '99, and then I have the making of Scenes from. They were putting out all these official bootlegs. Portnoy wanted to model their bootleg series after like King Crimson and a few other bands like Grateful Dead or Fish maybe. So this is the making of. They did a making of a bunch of them, and I couldn't buy them all. I decided to buy this one. I probably should have bought Awake in retrospect, or or images. And, you know, a lot of this stuff is online, but it has, you know, I think, yeah, alternate vocals and some other stuff. I haven't listened to this. I've only listened to like twice, and then alternate mixes. I think this is the one that might have David Bottrill, because he didn't actually his mix didn't actually make the final mix. But that's the first time I'd heard his name, was hearing how he worked on um, um, Scenes from Memory, but he helped mix it. He didn't produce it, obviously, because that was the thing. That's why they wanted to full controller and produce it themselves. But so all right, I have never opened it. The original, you know, Towers on Fire, the two Towers on Fire with the, you know, version that I saw. Portnoy signed it, but it's like it's in the shrink wrap, so I should have opened it and had him sign. I just love the price there, $26.99. Where did I get this at? Remember, it might have been at Best Buy or Borders or something, or Barnes and Noble. Of live scenes from New York, where they did the complete scenes from memory, of course. They finished it with Mind Beside Self from Awake, and then Learn to Live in a Change of Seasons. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I like it. It's great in some ways. It's almost more enjoyable live in some ways, but you know, it's more for like, like sort of statement in time. Right after 9/11, it came out it came out right after it came out on 9/11, and it was pulled with a different cover and released with a different cover. But I have the original cover. Um, so all right, so then I have my copy of 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, of course, double disc, which, yeah, this album I think does hold up. Is more replayable, more at a slightly higher level for me over Scenes from Memory. As much as I still enjoy Scenes from Memory a lot, but this is great. Blind Faith, the whole 6 Degrees piece, you know, Sweet, um, uh, Misunderstood, The Great Debate, even with the samples in The Glass Prison, the first part of the 5 tracks, 5 song, 12-step suite, but 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. So, and then, okay, I have a copy of Train of Thought, of course, from 2003. It came out late in 2003. I was totally thinking that this was like not Metallica, but in some ways it was like they're trying to sound like Metallica, but or Opeth. The artwork looks like an Opeth album. That was right when Opeth was really getting popular among a lot of people, including Dream Theater fans on the Mike Portnoy forum. But yeah, very good record. I thought that they kind of went like 6 Degrees is great, is really is like almost perfect. This is a step down from that, but still pretty damn good. And each record kind of that pattern continued. But my favorite being the name in the name of God, probably in here. The instrumental Stream of Consciousness. I like pretty much every song in here. There's moments of This Dying Soul and Honor Thy Father. I used to be kind of bugged by, kind of deal with it, but some of the grooves on those tracks. There's a lot of like there's a Pantera element on that. Endless Sacrifice is great. Um, so then here's my copy of Octavarium. That was 2003 of 2005. I thought I had some of the live albums, like the Budokan one, but and I did have live the I did have Once in a Lifetime at one point, but I thought I had the DVD for 5 years in a lifetime, but I don't know, stuff just disappeared. But Octavarium from 2005 with the title track, which is the best part of it, you know, it has like all the classic rock and references and stuff. These Walls is my other go-to on this record. People don't like that song very much. I really like These Walls, but yeah, The Root of All Evil is okay. Panic Attack is good, even songs like Muse. So does Never Enough. Sacrifice Sons, I've kind of been worn out by, but it's an uneven record. But the best stuff on it is quite good. But you know, again, I prefer Train of Thought to that. I prefer 6 Degrees of Train of Thought though. So, but it's still a good record. Octavarium, and then I have Systematic Chaos, of course, which, you know, at this point, you know, I bought it. You know, it's like I liked a lot of Octavarium. I'll pre-order, and I got the whatever the deluxe version that has like a making of, I believe. And I like songs like Forsaken, which a lot of people don't like, and Prophets of War, which sounds a lot like Muse. Also, the Muse influence was apparent on a couple of records, especially. But yeah, I think this is like a making of the bonus DVD. Um, but ultimately, this album was when things even went further down for me, and I think part of it was my interest in music. I was interested in so many other kinds of other bands that Dream Theater was taking a little bit of backseat, and they weren't trailblazers as much. And I mentioned how in on the prog stream a few months ago, it was like a month ago, couple months ago. The presence of enemies are the moments I like on that. That part where Labrie is singing, young master, I will fight for you, is just cheesy as hell. And also, the Dark Eternal Night is complete cornball. I think it's one of the corniest things ever. I know people love it and it's kind of proggy. It's sort of Zappa esque, but anyway, yeah, Systematic. Sadly, it's the last Dream Theater compact disc I bought. I thought I'd bought Black Clouds and Silver Linings, but I may just have it on vinyl, like Black Clouds and Dramatic Turn Events. The new album, I've only listened to about 2/3 of it. Still kind of sounds like Dream Theater by the numbers, like many of their recent records. Distance Over Time is the best thing they've done, but I didn't even love that. I had a couple songs I liked on that, really since Dramatic Turn of Events, and I don't know. I mean, give it more time, but so that's my Dream Theater compact disc collection. I'm gonna go on and try to do another one, I think. Um, but that to wrap up the D's. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.